ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्।
जय 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 गणपति देवा।
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 गजानना गजानना
गजानना गजानना
गजानना गजानना गजानना हे गणपति देवा।
गजानना हे गणपति देवा।
गजानना हे गणपति देवा।
गजानना हे गणपति देवा।
जय 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 गणपति देवा।
जय 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 गणपति देवा।
जय 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 गणपति देवा।
जय 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 गणपति देवा।
जय 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 गणपति देवा।
जय 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 गणपति देवा।
गजानना गजानना
गजानना गजानना
गजानना हे गणपति देवा।
गजानना हे गणपति देवा।
गजानना हे गणपति देवा।
गजानना हे गणपति देवा।
गजानना हे गणपति देवा। जय 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 गणपति देवा। साई शंकर दया करो। साई शंकर दया करो। गुरुदेवा प्रिय देवा साई देवा दयामया। गुरुदेवा
देवा साई देवा दयामया विभूति सुंदर शशांक शेखर विभूति सुंदर शशांक शेखर साई शंकर दया करो साई शंकर दया करो साई शंकर दया करो गुरुदेवा प्रिय देवा साई देवा दयामया गोकुल नंदन साई गोपाला गोकुल नंदन साई गोपाला रघुकुल भूषण साई रामा रघुकुल भूषण साई रामा हे मदनांतक दया करो हे मदनांतक दया करो गुरुदेवा प्रिय देवा साई देवा दयामया जय साई गुरुदेवा साई गुरुदेवा
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 गुरु सेव बिना निर्वाण नहीं जय 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 साई गुरुदेवा
जय साई गुरुदेवा साई गुरुदेवा
जय साई गुरुदेवा साई
साई गुरुदेवा।
तुम्ही हो माता पिता तुम्ही हो साई गुरुदेवा।
तुम्ही हो माता पिता तुम्ही हो साई गुरुदेवा।
तुम्ही हो माता पिता तुम्ही हो साई गुरुदेवा।
सत्य स्वरूप राह दिखाओ 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 साई गुरुदेवा।
गुरु सेव बिना निर्वाण नहीं जय 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 साई गुरुदेवा।
जय साई गुरुदेवा। साई गुरुदेवा।
जय साई गुरुदेवा। साई गुरुदेवा।
गुरु सेव बिना निर्वाण नहीं जय साई गुरुदेवा।
गुरु सेव बिना निर्वाण नहीं जय साई गुरुदेवा।
जय साई गुरुदेवा। साई गुरुदेवा।
जय साई गुरुदेवा। साई गुरुदेवा।
तुम्ही हो माता पिता तुम्ही हो साई गुरुदेवा।
तुम्ही हो माता पिता तुम्ही हो साई गुरुदेवा।
सत्य स्वरूप राह दिखाओ साई गुरुदेवा।
सत्य स्वरूप राह दिखाओ साई गुरुदेवा।
गुरु सेव बिना निर्वाण नहीं जय 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 साई गुरुदेवा।
जय साई गुरुदेवा। साई गुरुदेवा। जय जय गुरुदेवा। श्री साई महादेवा।
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 जय जय गुरु साई महादेवा।
जय जय गुरुदेवा श्री साई महादेवा।
ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश्वरा साई महादेवा।
ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश्वरा साई महादेवा।
ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश्वरा साई महादेवा। मात पिता गुरुदेवा श्री साई महादेवा।
माता पिता गुरुदेवा श्री साई महादेवा।
मात पिता गुरुदेवा श्री साई महादेवा।
माता पिता गुरुदेवा श्री साई महादेवा।
जय जय 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 गुरुदेवा श्री साई महादेवा।
ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश्वरा साई महादेवा।
ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश्वरा साई महादेवा।
मात पिता गुरुदेवा श्री साई महादेवा।
माता पिता गुरुदेवा श्री साई महादेवा।
मात पिता गुरुदेवा श्री साई महादेवा।
माता पिता गुरुदेवा श्री साई महादेवा।
जय जय गुरुदेवा श्री साई महादेवा।
गुरुदेवा शरणं देवा।
गुरुदेवा शरणं देवा।
गुरुदेवा शरणं देवा।
देवा शरणं देवा।
पाहि प्रभो शरणं देवा।
पाहि प्रभो शरणं देवा।
पाहि प्रभो शरणं देवा।
पाहि प्रभो शरणं देवा।
गुरुदेवा शरणं देवा।
देवा शरणं देवा।
सुन्दर रूपा श्री साई देवा।
सुन्दर रूपा श्री साई देवा।
सुन्दर रूपा श्री साई देवा।
सुन्दर रूपा
सद्गुरुदेवा
शरणं सद्गुरुदेवा
गुरुदेवा शरणं देवा
देवा शरणं देवा
पाहि प्रभो शरणं देवा
पाहि प्रभो शरणं देवा
गुरुदेवा शरणं देवा
देवा शरणं देवा
सुन्दर रूपा श्री साई देवा
रूपा श्री साई देवा
शरणं शरणं सद्गुरुदेवा
शरणं सद्गुरुदेवा
शरणं शरणं सद्गुरुदेवा
शरणं सद्गुरुदेवा
गुरुदेवा शरणं देवा
जय गुरु साई राम।
जय गुरु साई राम
जय गुरु साई राम।
जय गुरु साई राम
जगद्गुरु सत्य साई राम।
जगद्गुरु सत्य साई राम
जगद्गुरु सत्य साई राम।
जगद्गुरु सत्य साई राम
जय गुरु साई राम।
जय गुरु साई राम
ब्रह्म विष्णु शिव साई राम।
ब्रह्म विष्णु शिव साई राम
ब्रह्म विष्णु शिव साई राम।
ब्रह्म विष्णु शिव साई राम
पर ब्रह्म रूप साई राम।
पर ब्रह्म रूप साई राम
पर ब्रह्म रूप साई राम।
पर ब्रह्म रूप साई राम
माता पिता गुरु साई राम।
माता पिता गुरु साई राम
माता पिता गुरु साई राम।
माता पिता गुरु साई राम
जगद्गुरु सत्य साई राम।
जगद्गुरु सत्य साई राम
जगद्गुरु सत्य साई राम।
जगद्गुरु सत्य साई राम
जय गुरु साई राम।
जय गुरु साई राम
जगद्गुरु सत्य साई राम।
जगद्गुरु सत्य साई राम
जय गुरु साई राम।
जय गुरु साई राम
ब्रह्म विष्णु शिव साई राम।
ब्रह्म विष्णु शिव साई राम
पर ब्रह्म रूप साई राम।
पर ब्रह्म रूप साई राम
माता पिता गुरु साई राम।
माता पिता गुरु साई राम
जगद्गुरु सत्य साई राम।
जगद्गुरु सत्य साई राम
जगद्गुरु सत्य साई राम।
जगद्गुरु सत्य साई राम
जय गुरु साई राम। गुरु बाबा गुरु बाबा
बाबा गुरु बाबा
गुरु बाबा गुरु बाबा
बाबा गुरु बाबा
चरण नमोस्तुते गुरु बाबा
शरण नमोस्तुते गुरु बाबा
चरण नमोस्तुते नमोस्तुते गुरु बाबा
चरण नमोस्तुते गुरु बाबा
विद्यादायक गुरु बाबा
विद्यादायक गुरु बाबा
विद्यादायक गुरु बाबा
विद्यादायक गुरु बाबा
शांत स्वरूपा गुरु बाबा
शांत स्वरूपा गुरु बाबा
प्रशांत स्वरूपा गुरु बाबा
शांत स्वरूपा गुरु बाबा
गुरुवर गुरुवर गुरु बाबा
गुरुवर गुरुवर गुरु बाबा
जय गुरुवर गुरुवर गुरु बाबा
गुरुवर गुरुवर गुरु बाबा
गुरु बाबा गुरु बाबा
बाबा गुरु बाबा
चरण नमोस्तुते गुरु बाबा
चरण नमोस्तुते गुरु बाबा
विद्यादायक गुरु बाबा
विद्यादायक गुरु बाबा
शांत स्वरूपा गुरु बाबा
शांत स्वरूपा गुरु बाबा
गुरुवर गुरुवर गुरु बाबा
गुरुवर गुरुवर गुरु बाबा
जय गुरुवर गुरुवर गुरु बाबा
गुरुवर गुरुवर गुरु बाबा
गुरु बाबा गुरु बाबा गुरु नानक जी की जय जयकार
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 जो बोले सो होए निहार
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 अल्लाह साई ले लो सलाम
अल्लाह साई ले लो सलाम
मौला साई ले लो सलाम
मौला साई ले लो सलाम
सलाम सलाम लाखों सलाम
सलाम सलाम लाखों सलाम
सलाम सलाम मेरा सलाम
सलाम सलाम मेरा सलाम
यीशु पिता प्रभु साई राम
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 बुद्ध जोराष्ट्र महावीर नाम
बुद्ध जोराष्ट्र महावीर नाम
बुद्ध जोराष्ट्र महावीर नाम
बुद्ध जोराष्ट्र महावीर नाम
सलाम सलाम लाखों सलाम
सलाम सलाम लाखों सलाम
सलाम सलाम लाखों सलाम
सलाम सलाम लाखों सलाम
सलाम सलाम मेरा सलाम
सलाम सलाम मेरा सलाम
सलाम सलाम मेरा सलाम
सलाम सलाम मेरा सलाम
गुरु नानक जी की जय जयकार
गुरु नानक जी की जय जयकार
जो बोले सो होए निहार
जो बोले सो होए निहार
अल्लाह साई ले लो सलाम
अल्लाह साई ले लो सलाम
मौला साई ले लो सलाम
मौला साई ले लो सलाम
सलाम सलाम लाखों सलाम
सलाम सलाम लाखों सलाम
यीशु पिता प्रभु साई राम
यीशु पिता प्रभु साई राम
बुद्ध जोराष्ट्र महावीर नाम
बुद्ध जोराष्ट्र महावीर नाम
सलाम सलाम लाखों सलाम
सलाम सलाम लाखों सलाम,
सलाम सलाम मेरा सलाम,
सलाम सलाम मेरा सलाम,
सलाम सलाम मेरा सलाम,
सलाम सलाम मेरा सलाम।
गुरु नानक जी की जय जयकार।
मनस भजरे गुरु चरणम, दुस्तर भम सागर तरणम। मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम, दुस्तर भव सागर तरणम। भजरे गुरु चरणम, दुस्तर भव सागर तरणम। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, शिवाय नमः। अरुणाचल शिव, अरुणाचल शिव, अरुण शिव। अरुणाचल शिव, अरुणाचल शिव, अरुणाचल शिव, अरुण शिव। बाबा ओंकारं, बाबा ओंकारं, बाबा ओम नमो बाबा। मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम, दुस्तर भव सागर तरणम। भजरे गुरु चरणम, दुस्तर भव सागर तरणम। गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय, साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय। गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय, साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय। मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम, दुस्तर भव सागर तरणम। भजरे गुरु चरणम, दुस्तर भव सागर तरणम।
Saram, brother Mithun Vinayak, and welcome to Sri Sathya Sai Media Center. So happy to see your ever smiling, ever enthusiastic face. And with the same enthusiasm, you have really led the Young Adults Leadership Program for Self-Transformation of the Global Council. All the young adults, I think we're thrilled to be in Prashant Nilayam for the last lap of the program, isn't it? How was it?
Yeah, in fact, when I saw the video the other day, which came in the Radio Sai, beautiful editing, of course, as always. So very happy to see the positive responses. They all enjoyed. Even when we meet, when we walk around in Prashanti Nilayam Ashram, we see a lot of young adults who are part of it. They are all very enthusiastic, very happy that, they didn't miss this residential course. Because when they were coming for this course also, they had this apprehension will be only on the lecture-based classes. But we kept it in such a format that they could enjoy all 3 days. It was fully on the practical side. They were having fun with a lot of activities. We never had any lecture-based classes. So it was more like, where we can relate ourselves in our daily lives, where we can apply what we have learned, the teachings of Bhagwan, the messages of Bhagwan, given a situation, how you will deal that. So all this we try to formulate into, activities. And I believe everyone have enjoyed, and they have promised us they're going to bring more people for the next year. And I'm sure now the residential course, 74 dynamic Sai young adult from 13 countries, 6 zones have graduated now. I'm sure definitely it's going to cross 200 next year.
Wow. So from being a very reluctant leader for this program, now you are a super confident leader heading this leadership initiative. So a beautiful journey. And in fact, when you think about your life, it is also something like this, isn't it? You are a reluctant follower of Bhagwan, and then now you are like super lover of Bhagwan. So how did that journey happen?
Usually the graph takes a very slow, it goes very slowly upward journey. But my graph had taken a sudden upward journey. It accelerated actually. So, hardly a decade, I have taken wherein I was blessed with the role, blessed with a lot of opportunities to take up the role as a national young adult coordinator, to a zonal young adult coordinator, to become a chair of a leadership program. So a lot of transformation in my personal life as well, a lot of blessings. And Bhagwan had taken care of me at every point of time. Now, recently also I'm happy to share I had a promotion in my office as well, just 3 days before I came for this course. So before itself, I came for the residential course. He had given me all my blessings in advance. So he has been taking care of my, everything in my personal life. I didn't have to do anything. So as Swami would rightfully say is that when you do my job, I will take care of all your personal things. And I feel myself very happy and, blessed. My grandmother and my parents were the first who came to Swami's fold in 2002. When another family who were visiting Parthi, so they just accompanied. Their first visit itself, they were so blessed that they were convinced that Swami is God, and then they became devotees. And when they came,
so they had come out of curiosity.
They have come out of curiosity, just like a visit, just like they were. You visit any other temple, any spiritual place in India. So they also, out of curiosity, they visited Parthi. But that one visit itself, they were convinced. And then
it's not as if Swami spoke to them or anything.
No, nothing.
Just that darshan, and they
were convinced. Completely had that faith in Bhagwan. And then slowly they started getting associated with the Sai Center in our native village. And then they started in Kerala. They were regular in bhajans and seva activities there. And I was not convinced at all, because I never visited Parthi at that time, 2002. It took me some years until 2008 to make my maiden visit to Parthi. And 2006, after my graduation in engineering, I'm basically a civil engineer. 2006, I was working in Dubai. And after completing my 2 years in my job in Dubai, 2008, for a transition to another job, I had come to Kerala. And 2008, out of lot of compulsion, I visited Parthi at that point of time.
Because your grandmother said,
said, and even my parents was continuously pursuing me. And even I remember it was a 10 days program for the Sevadal duty. But
and you couldn't say no because you had nothing to do.
I have nothing to do. So I was just passing time at home. So 2008, I was supposed to be part of the Sevadal duty for 10 days. But since I was not interested and it was out of compulsion, I spent a day purposefully in Bangalore, spending time with my friends. I went late. I went there. I reached Parthi only on the second day. And I went just when I entered the Ganesh gate, imagine someone is coming to Parthi for the first time who doesn't know anything about Swami, nothing about the organization, nothing. Even I don't know how to say the name of Bhagwan at that time. Satya Sai Baba, that's all I know. Even Sri Satya Sai Baba also I was not aware about it. And then I am entering Parthi. Then I'm seeing in the Ganesh gate 3-4 people where there was some confusion happening, some chaos, and they were under stress. And they came to me asking me suddenly, "Are you from Kerala? Are you part of this Sevadal duty?" I said, "Yes, I have come from so and so Samiti." And they said, "Okay, you have an interview now. You have to go to meet one person." Then I was like, "Okay, so here the procedure is like that. So you will be interviewed only if you pass the interview. You will be allowed to be part of the Sevadal duty." So, okay, I said, "Fine, let's go." Then I was taken. At that time, the Seva coordinator of Kerala also accompanied me. And then they said, "No, okay, we will not be coming in. You have to handle it alone." And they were looking very tensed. But I was very carefree because I am very totally ignorant of what is happening. So I just entered the room of this person. What I understood was this man is a VVIP here, some big dignitary. So he just asked me, "Who are you?" So I said, "Sir, I'm a civil engineer working in the Middle East. So I've come for vacation. So it's the first time I'm going for Sevadal." So a few casual conversations. So he was happy. He said, "Yeah, you can join in for this duty," he said. I said, then I came out and said, they said, he said, I'm fine. You can join in. So they were happy. Okay, yeah, let's go to the location where you have been appointed for this one.
So you are selected.
You are selected, they said. So later I came to know the person who interviewed me was Chakravarti sir.
Oh.
Okay. So, and I was told to be in the Yajur Mandir, Swami's residence, and I'll be the central door Sevadal. So now I'm trying to relish those memories. I am like the security guard in the Vaikunta, wherein
Yes.
my dear Lord is just behind the door. What a blessing, for a person who doesn't have any background. See the way he has pulled me to there. And such a very strategic point you are getting into. Swami was about to come for the evening darshan. So I was being given the task to, lay all the carpets. Then Brother Padmanabhan came with his car, and then the car was parked reversed, and then everyone was waiting for Swami to come out. The door will open at any time. Kulwant Hall is jam-packed and everyone is waiting from that end. And here comes Bhagwan like a baby child, looking chubby, very rosy, very fair. And he was struggling to put off his hair, which was falling on his, eyes because there was a cool breeze. And I must say, the first darshan of Bhagwan, it was a clear Yorker. I was clean bowled.
Wow.
What went through me, I don't know. There was a fire, a kind of energy, and I felt like I was collapsing. I was like feeling numb, all over my body, and as if someone was lifting me from the both sides, supporting me, holding. And some magic happened, and I can't explain. It is something beyond description. But I still remember that feeling. It was very hard to digest also. And I must say this, like that darshan had actually inspired and motivated me so strong that every time I try to do a continual improvement in me, how closer I can become to my dear Lord without having any, because people say, some of our devotees were blessed with darshan, sparshan, sambhashan. Some have vibhuti manifestations in their home. So some kind of a blessing in different forms. But for me, the biggest blessing I am considering is the very state of my well-being is the biggest blessing, which I feel like, nothing more is required. And Swami, I always, I have a lot of fascination for the stories of Lord Jesus. I mean, Jesus, the beautiful relationship when Jesus tried to relate to his father. He always called Father, I'm the Son of God. Me and my Father are one. I love that, the expression which he makes out when, when he address the God as Father. And always I try to, whenever I'm very emotional or when I try to connect with Swami, I always address him as my Father. Whenever I write my letters also, I write Father. And when I take that name also, I get emotional. And he has ensured so far in my life, whenever I have any problem and I address it to him, it is taken care so far. It is well taken care. And nowadays, I'm so proud and boastfully I can say, and if I pray for something, if I ask for something, he will give it. But it's like I have to ensure I take the, I address him, I ask him only the right things. If I'm not wrong, there is a beautiful thought for the day today. When the God is giving you blessing, ensure that you are in that right conduct. Your path is in the right conduct. You're giving that righteous life. It's not he will be ready to give you anything, but ensure that you conduct yourself in a proper way. Whatever, if people say anything good about me, it all belongs to that 9 days of Sevadal duty in Prashanti Nilayam. That beautiful smile, still I can't forget that beautiful smile which Bhagwan gave on that day.
As soon as he came,
Yes.
he saw you and he
gave
just
a very
blossomed.
beautiful smile, like a small child. Like how when I see my son smiling to me, sometimes I get to relate to that. And how beautiful smile which Bhagwan had given me. Sometimes, sometimes I write to him. I pray, I when I have that emotional conversation with him, I say, Swami, why you made it so late for me to come to you in a physical form? Now I understand how much it was painful for you all as Swami students. You all, how much you all miss him physically. I can really understand, because I hardly had 2 or 3 proper darshan. I mean, that 9 days, apart from that, 2009 I had one time 2-3 darshans, and then 2011. So very few, a handful of darshans I had, countable only. But imagine the people who were with him for a long time and how much people miss him physically. Of course, we say Swami is with us every time, every moment. He above you, around you, everywhere Swami is there taking care. But still that physical form is a physical form which we can't, we miss that very badly. So sometimes in emotional conversation, I asked Swami, why you didn't, bring it to your fold earlier. I could be a Balvika student. I could be a student. After, you won't believe, by the time I just crossed 30s, I used to apply to Sri Satya Institute of Higher Learning. I know in my age bar has gone across, it's crossed, I can't qualify, but still I send an email, sir, is there any possibility that I can be accommodated as a student? Then they say, unfortunately, sorry, brother. They send back this. But even that reply itself also, I take a lot of joy in that. Because I had an opportunity.
Just some even reply from the institute.
Reply from the institute. So that's how, again, a small digression. There are young adults in our organization, especially in Abu Dhabi. Then they yearn for doing a course like a leadership program is an opportunity where you can get a certificate from the organization. Now we can't be a student. So at least some sort of a program or a certificate course wherein something you are being awarded from the organization, they take it very, very emotionally. 2009 also, I made a casual visit, but all this time, I did not inform my parents that I'm slowly, being getting attached to Bhagwan, or, I'm convinced. I did not share with anyone about all these things.
It was a very private.
It was very private relationship. Even in the friend circle also, I kept it very private. They were not aware about anything. 2011, then that was the first time I visited some of the Sai centers in Abu Dhabi. And I get to know about, what is happening there. But I was completely ignorant about bhajans. I don't know about anything about bhajan singing or into seva activities, anything. 2012, but I was not, I didn't, start becoming regular on all these activities, just trying to know. Still, I was in the learning process of what the organization is all about. 12 also passed. 13, I got married, but I was so blessed that I got married to a Sai family. My wife, my father-in-law, mother-in-law, everyone was Sai devotees. They were all very staunch devotees. And actually, my wife was the guru for me in teaching me all the bhajans. So 2013, when in our home, where I had a very small photo of Swami, slowly it got expanded to a small altar. And every day evening, she used to sing bhajans, and I started learning bhajans from her. Then small Namavali bhajans and all. And slowly I picked it up. And then 2014, but we were actually, I was in the oil and gas industry, so we were little far off from the mainstream city. So there was no Sai center. It was around 250 kilometers away from the main city of Abu Dhabi. So there no chance I can be associated with any Sai center. But one time we got to meet the national president of Abu Dhabi. So he was a very nice man. So he took all the contacts from me, and every time any good functions, I mean important functions happened in the center, he used to call me and update, brother, so and so is happening, why don't you come down city and then join. So I though I was not very regular, but every opportunity I didn't want to miss. I tried my best to be regular on all those things. But in 2014, due to we were doing all this sadhanas on a very slow mode, but we were trying to be regular on that, like singing bhajans in the evening and reading some literature, to know about Swami. We got so attracted that somehow me and my wife, we thought we need to be associated with the Sai Center or do something in the organization. That's how somehow we get to know someone from Kuwait, a family, one Sridhar sir and Sri Vidya sir. They were part of the Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Vahini. So Vidya Vahini was at the initial stages. They wanted multimedia support in creating the PowerPoints and doing some craft work videos and everything. So they at that time the technology is not that good as we don't have any WhatsApp, anything. Communication was within that limited way, but whatever possible, we tried to learn from them. They gave all the guidance on how to do. But we were so interested, we got so engrossed in doing all these activities. Our evenings were spent only for Vidya Vahini at that time. We were enjoying actually doing all those videos for the craft works, for the PowerPoint, doing the PowerPoint presentations and everything. We didn't have any other social gathering. We didn't have any other external friends, because one is we are surrounded by desert on all four sides. There is nothing more, no people, hardly few families who are part of this oil and gas plant. Other than that, we didn't have any other activity but Bhagwan. Later we were realizing that Bhagwan was preparing us for bigger assignments and bigger tasks. And 2014, we were fully doing only these projects in Vidya Vahini, Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Vahini. In 2015, also we were continuing that. In 2015, in November, we thought, okay, why don't we visit Parthi during 90th birthday of Bhagwan? And by then, quite often whenever we used to visit Abu Dhabi, because it's just far off from the city, every time we can't, drive back. You drive 2 hours one side, and again after bhajan another 2 hours. So it's like for attending one bhajan, it used to be 5-6 hours. So it's a very tedious process. Sometimes, we had to stay in hotels in the city, or sometimes we used to drive. It depends on how tired we are. And at that point of time, we got to know one uncle, Subramanya uncle. Now we are very much attached to him. He's like a grandfather for me now, on a personal note. So he was staying alone in Abu Dhabi city center. So he told me, why don't you join me? You don't go back the night itself. Why don't you join with me? You can stay here one day, and then you drive back the other day. So, getting an accommodation, stay back, that was a blessing from Bhagwan, and that to a Sai family. And he was the chairman at that time for Abu Dhabi Sai Center. So that was again a blessing. So we got to know more about the organization, the activities, everything. And we were so attached to him. Now that we have a place to stay back for attending any functions and all. So it again attracted me to somehow to come back to Abu Dhabi, take a job in Abu Dhabi where I can be very close to the Sai Center. So this uncle, actually, he was in the late 60s at that time, and he was almost in the plan for retiring to Parthi. 2015 November, that he decided that he will now retire back and he'll be staying back Parthi. So we were also a little upset. Now we don't have anyone where we will stay back. When we are far off, will we lose any opportunity? But then again, we thought, okay, at least now he is going back. So let's also join for the 90th, but at least we will visit Parthi and come back. And just days before, when I was coming to Parthi, I got an email that I was selected as the best multimedia candidate. I was selected for the award for the best multimedia contributor that year for the Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Vahini. So
Wow.
this came as a surprise for us. Okay, Abu Dhabi Sai Center actually is a very blessed Sai Center, a great learning school which had nurtured, which had trained, actually, I would say, a lot of young adults evolved themselves to be great leaders from there. And I am happy to be part of that. All the roles currently which Bhagwan had blessed me because of the training I got from this Abu Dhabi Sai Center. It's such a great blessing to be associated. Every time a new young adult come in there, or if someone asks me, I got a job in Abu Dhabi, do we have a Sai Center? I said, you are at the right place. Okay. This is also another blessing. I never applied to this company. This company was totally unknown for me at that point of time. It was a Turkish company, and it's a very big company. I came to know later only. And when I got called for the interview, how I applied, I don't know who applied, how I was called for, nothing, absolutely clueless on how it happened. And I put a chit, Swami, yes or no. Swami immediately said, yes, you have to take it. And I applied, I got the job, and we shifted to Abu Dhabi. And then, my acceleration started happening. My graph started going upward journey. Now 5 years have passed after marriage. And then, so naturally the question comes, what about child? Why you're not planning for having a baby? So there was a lot of pressure from, around it. It's very natural. When you are married, immediately you should have a child. That's what the society expects from you. So now at that point of time, we consulted some doctors if there is any complexity. Any complications were there. So we understood there are some. So we need to take some treatment. But we kept what we had in ourselves was the implicit faith in Bhagwan, I must say. My wife said, we are not going to doctor. We are not taking up any treatment or anything. We'll just keep that implicit faith in Bhagwan. That faith will bless us a child, she said to me. But people around me, my friends, my family, everyone kept asking me, no, now I think we should go for some kind of an advanced treatment. There is something urgently required. I think you should really look into it. Because as age progresses, it will also be difficult for you to conceive in the later stage. And I was not ready, but I was still half-hearted. Should I do? Should I not do? But my wife was very clear. No, I will not go to any doctor. I will. And she was back into Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Vahini. I was also praying to Swami, Swami, somehow please engage her so that she don't get into any kind of thoughts. Let her not get into any negative thoughts. Let her be happy. I was continuously praying to Swami. Like I used to say, whenever I get emotional, I address him as Father, please help me. Please get me out of this situation. I know these are all passing clouds. Things will change. But somehow, please get me out of this fast, because I'm worried about her. That's how, again, we get into contacts of Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Vahini. She was very much engaged in the projects, what was happening there. She was so involved. She never used to think whether it is day and night. Because of her coordinators' timing schedule, some of them from US and all, some of the nights when I wake up and see she's working at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock, very dedicatedly, very committed, she was going through all the projects. So people started asking me, are you uneducated? Are you illiterate? Why don't you go see doctors? What is harm in seeing a doctor? And I said, no. I have that faith that even if we have that destiny, that faith that we should have a child, we'll have. Otherwise, we'll leave it to Swami. Whatever is that, we'll take it as his prasadam. Whatever he decide, let it happen. He's been divine. Let the divine will only prevails. And we now are in 2021. We almost 3 years we kept that faith without going to any doctor, and the doctor of doctors blessed us. She became pregnant in Feb 2021. We came to know about this good news, and everyone was once again surprised. How come this? They were not believing that. They were thinking that we had gone into some kind of an advanced treatment, and that's how she got conceived. No, absolutely not. The only sadhana we took up was this implicit faith, this strong conviction that somehow Bhagavan will bless us. We don't have to go behind. And why I wanted to share this is that, from my experience, I'm saying, that implicit faith, if you have that strong conviction that Bhagavan will take care, definitely it will happen. You don't have to have that second thought, should I put some efforts from my side? You have to do that surrender. That complete Sharanagati will bring you the results. But you have to have that faith in him. You have to believe him completely. And that's worked out for us in our personal life. She got a dream from Swami wherein she is seen crying to Swami, and Swami is holding a beautiful baby boy. And it's just the first month of pregnancy. And she cried to Swami, Swami, how about the health of my child? And she said, don't worry. Swami said, don't worry. I will take care of it. Don't worry. Nothing will happen. He will be very healthy and happy. You don't have to worry. And she said in the morning to me, like she shared this dream to me, then I came to know it's a baby. And exactly after 5 months in the Middle East, we get to have this opportunity to know the gender of the child, unlike in India. So it's a baby boy. So I was also shocked. My God, Swami's dreams are real and no complication, absolutely nothing. She had a normal pregnancy, normal delivery as well. And for us, it is the little Swami. So we named him Satya, Sai Satya Vinayak. And by his grace and blessings, he is healthy and happy. Now also having a lot of fun time. And that strong conviction, that implicit faith we kept, it was a very, very much, I would say, experimental, but it really worked out. Even if we make a very small wish, now I'll tell you, I used to do the announcements after the bhajans in my Sai Center. So every time Brother Ganesh does in Kulwant Hall, I'm so admiring and so fascinated. And I used to think, Swami, will I get a chance to, speak in the mic just one time? This time before I came, I was just thinking about it. And here I am speaking for the leadership program. I was emceeing. That small wish you pray to him, and he ensures that you are blessed. I must say, after that, my son was born, I'm not looking at what is happening in my personal life because I'm so busy with our own activities in the organization. I've forgotten that. My Swami is taking care of it very well. And even if at my office, as I've shared, be it a promotion in my office, be it my good health of my baby, or whatever is required for my wife, my father, mother, my in-laws, everyone, he is taking care. I'm least bothered about all those things. So how much I can pay back my gratitude to my dear Lord, to my Father, Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. That's all I'm more worried and concerned. And I know, everyone knows their strength. If you do a SWOT analysis, I know my strength, my weakness, my opportunity, my threats and everything. And I know I'm not so that talented and I don't deserve to take up maybe there are better persons than me, but I am a chosen one, so I have to live up to that expectation. So every time I'm trying my best to strive for that Sai excellence, how best I can try to achieve that, that's what I'm trying to do in my life now. So my personal experience is I don't have to do anything for me. I just have to focus and be a good person. What Swami is expecting us as a young adult to be, just focus on that and keep going. everything will follow you. You don't have to do anything. That's what my life experience is. And we have to live up to his messages now. Otherwise, after being learning all this process, going through all these courses, learning from all our inspiring leaders, seniors and everyone, and if you don't put into practice, then what is the point of going through all this?
Once you give yourself to Swami, as you said, very beautifully in the Bible, you love the message in the Bible, and the Bible says that seek the kingdom of God and everything else shall be added on to you. And I think this is something every youth, every young adult can experience, but you have to go and take that leap. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for this opportunity, Sai Ram.
Deva. समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा